So let's discuss something about some of the beefy verses in the Rigveda. So beef here includes bulls, cows, and buffaloes. So we usually think about only cows, but um, in some of the verses there is hundreds and even 1,000 in one. This was 8, 12, 8. Indra consumes 1,000 buffaloes. So in the IVC seals also there is one buffalo sacrifice or a buffalo slaying seal or tablet. So both Agni and Indra are shown as eating buffaloes and bulls also. Like Agni is consuming. Agni is specially called eater of bulls and cows in one of the verses, and Indra is eating dozens of bulls in some verse. So, but cow only say Agni in this verse is explicitly addressed as eater of bulls and cows, and here this is aahuti, that is burnt offering. That Agni takes horse, bulls, and cows as a burnt offering. So that's what it means. So they were being burnt, even the cows. So this is all from Rigveda. So Rigveda, from this, there is this very good site called wisdomlib.org, where they have maintained the version of Rigveda translations by H. Wilson. This is from 1866. So this is a nice place where you can see all the original Sanskrit verses and also the English translations. So yeah, and in one of the verses, Rudra is also addressed as Goghna, basically a person with weapons to kill cows. So literally, this word Goghna is used in this. So this is the first time this word appears. Goghna is like a cow killer or something like that. So so these let's look about these verses in more detail. So this is the book. This is the website wisdomlib.org. So this is the translation commentary by H. Wilson. So this is verse 10, 91, 14. So here, so Agni is taking the bulls and so barren cows. So here it's Ashwasa. So this is horse. Ashwa is horse. Rishabha and Uksha are like ox and bulls. Vasha is translated as Vasha is translated as barren cows. So Mesha is sheep. Here H. Wilson is translating Vasha as barren cows, but it's not necessarily barren cows. We'll see that later. So basically there are some kind of cows. It's there. And this is not the only place, we'll see it in other place also. So Ukshannaya, Vashannaya, Vashannaya. So Uksha Anna is like food, like having Uksha as food and Vasha as food, Vashannaya. So Agni is having, so this is what Agni is described as eater of ox. And so here H. Wilson is translating Vasha as marrow, eater of marrow. But so we'll see. Basically in Aitareya Brahman, so these are the two things where cow is explicitly mentioned as being either offered as a burnt offering, or somebody is being Agni is being addressed as a cow eater or ox eater, and also cow. So in Atharva Veda, basically there is a whole sukta. So there is a whole bunch of verses dedicated to this Vasha Devata. So this is one type of cow. There are other 2-3 types of cows. So they have a sukta for each of them. So this is about the Vasha cows. So it is not necessarily barren, because it is told as Mother Vasha's milk, and so they're like drinking a lot of milk from this particular cow also Vasha cows. So some people interpret this as so this was earmarked, or this was the type of cow that was used for all the sacrifices and donations. So these are not necessarily barren cows, but H. Wilson, in one words, he translated this Vasha as barren cows, and another one he translated as just marrow. So in whatever case, the Uksha appears in a lot more verses. So ox as gow or go does not seem to appear. So these are the two places where some Vasha as a cow, type of cow, is mentioned. So so here also so this is a verse where Agni is said to wear this male means armor. So Varma, Gobir means cow. So he has Agni has a armor which is made of hide of the cow, the skin of the cow. Not just that, it's covered with its fat and marrow. So Agni is not particularly like careful about not killing or hurting cows. He consumes the cows. He's described as cow eater, and he has these cow hide and fat and marrow as his armor. So, and in another verses, this is the verses where 5:29:7 Vratra, Indra is about to kill Vratra. So just before the battle or something, Agni consumes 300 buffaloes. Mahisha 3 Satani. To get energy, of course. So in all these verses, we see. So Indra is consuming bulls and cows. Agni is consuming buffaloes and bulls for energy. So it's pretty much. They're not denying that they give energy, even in some of the Ayurvedic text verses. So it doesn't make sense like not eating them. So Indra is eating here. Agni is eating 300 buffaloes just before the battle to get energy. So he's consuming them. And in 1086:14, so Indra is boasting that people are like roasting 10 or 50, 15, 20 bulls for him. They're feeding him a lot, and he's getting fat because of all the offerings. So for this verse, some of these verses have Shayana commentary also. So here also, Shayana is saying that they're offering 15-20 bulls to Indra, and Indra eats them and gets fat. So this is bulls. So this is as in male cow. So this is like as close to beef as it gets. So Indra in another verse also is saying they roast bulls for me. Not Indra. These are the worshippers, the rishis or somebody. They are saying that people roast bulls for you. They offer you bulls and soma drink. You come and take them all the sacrificial food. They're telling Indra. So Indra pretty much consumes bulls. So here the words used are like Rishabha or Uksha. So basically here, what is the bull? So Rishabham. Pachanti is like digest or something. Rishabham. So he's like eating the food. And in here it's Ukshano. In 1086:14 it's Uksha, that is bull. Here Rishabha, that is bull. So here so Indra is consuming hundreds of buffaloes. So this is 100 buffalo that Indra is consuming in 1711. You can check out the more details. All the details are here if you want, and there is a Shayana commentary also. And here Indra is Sahasram Mahisham. Agha means eat. So Indra is eating 1,000 buffaloes and he's getting energized. So here H.H. Wilson has said as mighty force. Mahisha is also used in a sense as mighty, but so it can also means that in some versions, some people translate it as that he's consuming that Indra is consuming 1,000 buffaloes. Sahasram Mahisham Agha, and he's getting energized, and your vast special energy has been augmented. The people are saying him that you're doing this, you're eating so many buffaloes and getting energized. So not only this, Aitareya Brahmana, which is also considered as a part of Rigveda, has some interesting verses. So this is this Aitareya Brahmana English translation by Martin Haug. So you can find it in archive.org if you follow this link, or just search for this using the author name. So here it is shown that so some ceremony where basically Agni is being lit, the fire is being lit, and Soma is being invited as the king or the king of that ceremony or something. So that part where is equivalent to slaughter of an ox or a cow which miscarries. It's not just any general cow which miscarries, or an ox which gets slaughtered when an important honored guest or a king visits. So they talk about some practice where when some important guest arrives, then an ox or a cow which miscarries, which has had a miscarriage, will be slaughtered to honor the guest and feed him the meat. So this is from the Sanskrit verse. This is right in the first chapter, 15th verse. So it has different naming schemes. 115, the first chapter, and 15th verse is the most first kanda, 15th shloka. So here basically what this is the English transliteration or Roman transliteration. So here basically what is appearing is this yukshanam, arhat ukshanam va vehatam. So here vehatam is the cow which miscarries. That's what is described. Vehata is sometimes described as a barren cow, or it's described as a cow which has had a miscarriage while delivering a bull, something like that. So basically it is also a cow. Vehatam is also a cow. Uksha is ox or bull. So this describes a practice of slaughtering cows, oxes or cows and bulls for a guest when a guest appears. And this is the link where this book is available, where the entire, actually there is no single place where we find both the like in that wisdom lib site, a single place where both these Sanskrit words, Sanskrit transliteration into Roman script, and the English meaning of the words, if they all appear together, it will be nice. But so this Sanskrit words is taken from this place. That's free. So it's describing. So this is a footnote where it's describing. For this whole thing, where when the guest appears and they slaughter a cow or something for the guest, that whole practice has got a single word name, which is called Goghna. So Goghna is cow killer, and that word appears in some of the works of Panini also. So it appears in this with respect to Rudra in one of the verses. We'll discuss them. So this is another version. by Arthur Keith. So here also you'll see the same verse. So this is 115. So the first chapter, 15th verse. So just as in the world when a human king has come or another deserving person, they slay an ox or a cow that miscarries. So that's the practice. So it's also can be considered part of Rigveda because these are the Brahmanas part of the Rigveda. This is Aitareya. There is another one Kaushitaki, but this is from Aitareya Brahmana. So Wisdom Live also has this Manusmriti translation with a commentary by Medatithi. This is Ganganatha Jha. This is also an authentic work, so we can they have maintained it well. So here we can see that what are the we can assume these guys Manu basically took cow slaughter seriously. So let's see what punishments did they mention. So basically they are thinking this cow killing or Goghna as a minor offense, and so this is about the Goghna. The cow killer charged with a minor offense shall drink barley for 3 months and having shaved his head and covered with the skin of cow. So basically these are not like serious. It's not like people are getting lynched or Sartan se Juda is happening or something. So they're considering, even Manu is considering cow killing Goghna as a minor offense. So for 2 months he should eat something, he should not eat something, and he should bathe in cow's urine. So these are the kind of punishments Manu has specified for cow killing, and it's a minor offense. And here in this verse 1:1:14:10 Rigveda, this is all about Rudra. So if we see 1:1:1:4:1, 2, 3, 4, all those verses, previous verses, it's all about Rudra. So here Rudra is being described as a Gognam, Purushagnam, Kshayadvira and all. Basically he's a hero killer, manslayer, cow killer. Goghna is the cow killer part. So they're pleading him to show his favors. You keep away all these weapons that kill cows and all away from them. So they're okay with his cow killing in a sense, as long as it's not their cows. They're pleading him to show his favors to him. They're not telling him anything because he's a cow killer. In fact, they're pleading him for favor. So this is Rudra. So apart from Agni, where Agni is explicitly stated as an eater of cows and bulls, Rudra is also used in a sense as a cow killer addressed. So basically, what will be the effect on ecology and economy? So basically, we are already having so many. So this is the main thing. So we have 8 crores or 81.4 million. So these are all numbers in million. 81.4 million female cattle or cows already. So eventually, I mean, whatever the carbon footprint, water footprint that they have produced, and the amount of methane fart they do, it's already there. It's not, I mean, and they'll eventually die after in 12 years, 15 years. So all those footprint, they'll all just go into the drain without, I mean, any use. So we could as well use them as nutrition. There is no issue. I mean, the buffaloes we eat, we are the #1 buffalo meat exporters. There's no problem with this. Even with the bulls, even the Rigveda doesn't seem to have any issues. And so these are basically the numbers, amount of. In 1951, we had 21 million female buffaloes, and in 2019, we have 55 million. Basically, there is a rise of 2.62 times. But female cows, there is only a rise of 1.5 times. from 54 million to 81.4 million. This may be because of all the extra. First of all, the mainly because of the restriction on cow. I mean, it's not economical basically to have a cow. First of all, its yield is less compared to buffaloes, and then when it stops milking or when the productivity reduces, you can't slaughter it. Also, it's not economical. So you have to take care of it, or you have to get rid of it somehow. It's not simple. And also, historically, at least in the last 100 years, um, buffalo milk has been the most consumed milk. Only in around 2020s, only recently in the last 3 4 couple of 4 5 years, that cow milk production has exceeded 50% of the net, that is cow plus buffalo milk production, only recently. But historically, if we see, like for example 1971 in Amul corporations and all, where they have a little data, uh, this buffalo milk constitutes 70% of the milk that they collected, and cow milk, so desi cow, the native cow breed, milk production was only 30% in 1971, and most of the milk, 70% of the milk, was from buffalo. So ideally, buffalo should be considered as buffalo mata, buffalo mother, rather than cow, because we are not even. I mean, in the last over 100 years, we were not even consuming so much milk from cows. Nevertheless, buffalo meat is legal. Nobody has any emotional issues with it, any sentiments attached with it, and we can sell it. We can export it also. So, so basically, only recently, in recent times, even in say for example 2014, 2015, we see this exotic and crossbreed cows. So from this 70%, this Operation Flood and Operation White Revolution and all happened. The Amul cooperatives and many other milk cooperatives came into existence, and they massively increased cow milk production, basically by using all these exotic breeds or making hybrids, crossbreed cows, crossing it with European breeds or something else. So that's how the cow milk production has been increased. So in 2014, 2015, the buffalo milk constituted 53% of the total milk production, and the indigenous breeds about 21.2%, and the exotic breeds 25.7. In 2023-24, like 9 years from there, the exotic breed production has increased by about 6%, from 25.7 to 30.9. It has increased by 6%. Even the indigenous breeds have increased by a little, but buffalo milk production, the percentage of production, the absolute values has gone up, but the percentage of production has gone down, mainly because of these crossbreeds. The crossbreeds have taken up. There's a lot of milk production using these crossbreed cows. So otherwise, if we are relying on Indian breeds of cows and Indian breeds of buffalo is an Indian breed only. Buffaloes are only found in India and little parts of Southeast Asia and China. Um, and also, we see there is this asymmetry in the Vedas regarding the cows, or the Vedic literature in general. Even in Veda, we see, okay, the buffaloes and bulls are being eaten, but the cow meat is not. There are many verses which actually prohibit cow meat. They call it as Agni, only the cow, but there's no issue with the bulls and the buffaloes. Overall, there's no issue with beef, only with the particular cow there is an issue. So, okay, I don't want to, it'll become too big. Basically, there are not many, there is not even a single seal of cow. I mean, cow is so worshipped in the Vedas, but in the Indus Valley, Harappa seals, probably they were not big on cow milk also, as Most probably the people who were living there were not lactose tolerant. They could not drink or digest milk directly. Maybe if they made cheese or curds or something, they could have had. But as such, milk milk consumption or derivation of their fascination with milk nutrition will not be there because they were not lactose tolerant. So there are lots of dozens of bull seals, a bunch of seals with buffaloes, uh, other artifacts, toys with buffaloes. There's a buffalo cart toy, and taming or hunt or people fighting with these buffaloes and bulls. All these, but cows are not there. The cows are not explicitly does not appear on any of these seals or other artifacts. Even in the pre-Harappan civilization, we see in the Côte d'Ivoire vessels, burial vessels, there is this kind of motifs, this kind of figures with a human wearing buffalo horns. Like in the later, we see in the famous Pashupati seal, the person is wearing similar some buffalo horns. So it's much older. So this is older, some 500,000 years older than the mature Indus Valley or the mature Harappan civilization. This predates the Indus Valley civilization. This pot, this whatever painting on the pot. So that's about it. Okay, buffalo. There is no problem. There was no problem. There is still no problem. Bulls, they may have a problem because it's like cows and bulls are just the main worshipping items. At least the cow. So so that's about. These are the beefy verses in Rigveda. So for Agni there is no restriction. For Rudra there is no restriction. For Indra also almost there is no restriction. Um, so possibly why this cow fascination with especially the cow, not even bull. The cow comes maybe because they were big on the steppe pastoralist guys who were around here in between this Black Sea, Caspian Sea, this region. This is the steppes, um, and above it. There even today the cows are found. Cattle is found. Buffaloes are not found. Buffaloes are only in this Indian subcontinent and somewhere here. There is some dot here at Egyptian mouth of Egypt, but it's mostly here in this region and somewhere here and all. But it's mostly India. It's only India. In steppes, it's not there. Here in the steppes region, there are no buffaloes. There are only cattle, and they had a huge fascination for milk. So maybe that's why this asymmetric reverence or romanticization of cow in the Vedic literature, which the buffaloes, even though we have consumed more milk from buffaloes, that fascination is not there. In India, both cattle and buffalo should be like more or less treated similar. At least in the IVC seals, the buffaloes and bulls have like similar significance. When the cow is not found in any of these figures. So basically, so when these steppe pastoralists got out from this region, they took a long way out through Russia, or whatever, from Central Asia and all. They came to India. So along the way, they may have felt some shocks, milk shocks. They may have run short of milk, or somehow milk became too important, or saving their female cows or cows in general may have been difficult because of this region. So at that time, maybe the fascination for cows had come. But in India, as such, it will be more natural if we treat both buffaloes and cows on equal footing. I mean, it doesn't make sense to treat